Good evening, our esteemed viewer, and welcome to Life Peak Sports Center. And I'm your host, Brahman Aura. Of course, I'm not alone. I've been encountered with a very important guest. I'll let him introduce himself. Welcome.
Yeah, I am Joshua Kura, a football analyst and also a sport pundit. And I'm very privileged to be here at Life Peak TV. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Well, let's start, shall we? The topic of today, we are going to discuss about who will win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Who will win the Premier League?
Yeah.
And three teams at the top of the table, separated by just 1 point, and Arsenal leading the way with Liverpool, Man City behind close with 1 point behind. And the next Arsenal duty, Premier League duty, is against Manchester City at Etihad. It's going to be an epic game, isn't it?
Yeah, you're talking of Manchester City versus Arsenal. It's a good game to watch, let me say, for football fans, because when you look at the two teams, both of them, Arteta was the assistant coach at Manchester City before he joined Arsenal. Now, when he came there and managed Arsenal, he has made a team, he has built a team that everyone would be afraid to face as we speak now. You know, currently they are holding the first position, and many of them think that they are going to fall, just like it happened last season, where they stayed there in the first position until towards the end of the season, where they collapsed and City took the EPL title. Now, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Manchester City has a great team. And when you look at Pep Guardiola, he has been there in the Premier League for long, since 2015, if I'm not wrong. And he has been able to build a team. With the experience, you see players like Kevin De Bruyne there, you think of players like maybe John Stones, he's been there for long. And then when you add new blood there, like Erling Brot Haaland, Julian Alvarez, it's a team that can frisk anyone. And when you see Man City and Arsenal, both of them, it's like they have the same playing style. Both of them, they like possessing the ball too much, because that's how Arteta prefers his team to play, and Guardiola also. And when Man City faces Arsenal, I think it's going to be one hell of a match, and football fans will really enjoy this.
That game between City and Manchester City and Arsenal. It will happen that first match. Will it determine who will win the title?
Actually, that's like a decider when you talk of that match. Currently, as we speak, both of them, there's a gap of 2 points between the two. Arsenal has 63 points, Man City 64. Arsenal has 64 points, Man City has 62. Liverpool has 63. And that match, it will be Etihad. And when you go and face Man City, Etihad, it's not an easy match. Let's say Emirates, Arsenal were able to win by a very narrow margin. It was 1-0, if I'm not wrong, towards the injury time. I can remember.
Arsenal.
Arsenal versus Man City, first leg. Arsenal won the match. Towards the end of the match, which it was also a deflection of Nathan Ake. And now this one that's going to be Etihad, it's a title decider. This is the match that now will predict how the league will go. If Arsenal can beat Manchester City at Etihad, then they have a high possibility of winning the Premier League this season. And if City win that match, then we might be talking of City winning it for the 4th consecutive time.
Of course, Liverpool sit at the second at the top of the table, and it's one of the top teams that are trying to lift the trophy. And if City win, will it be the strongest contenders to win the title? If City win Arsenal?
City versus Arsenal. No, right now it's too early to talk about that. Though both the three teams, they have that chance to win that title. You talk of Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. Both of them, they have good squad, and they have been playing really well. You see the form in which Arsenal are currently. They have been, if you look at their past matches, they are not just winning, but they are beating their opponents by highest margin. Let's see that like Sheffield 6-0, and then Liverpool went there and they were defeated 3-1, if you can remember. So I can say that currently you can't just point at one, that maybe Arsenal at the favorites or Manchester City. But what I can say, the fixtures that they have, the fixtures that are ahead, can tell you that maybe who has a favorable schedule. When you look at Arsenal, they have a really tough schedule as we speak. And when they can, remember they have Manchester City, they have Chelsea, and then towards the end of the season, they will be facing Manchester United at Old Trafford.
They have Tottenham as well.
And Tottenham is also there. So Arsenal, they have very strong features that will determine whether they can win the Premier League or not. When they win these matches, they begin by winning at City, or even just a draw can convince you that maybe this team, it can win the Premier League. When they go and win versus Chelsea, it will be Emirates, and then Manchester United at Old Trafford. Then we can talk of Arsenal winning the Premier League.
Okay. Do you think Liverpool, for the point of view, wants City to drop points? Because we know the history of City for the last 3 seasons. If City are on the top, it's difficult to remove them. Do you think Liverpool wants Manchester City to drop points?
I think that's what Liverpool are currently craving for. They just want City to drop points so that it's either they stay there up top or Arsenal. At least with Arsenal, they might be confident that they are there for time being, but will remove them. Like City did last time. Arsenal stayed there for long, but towards the end of the season, Manchester City passed them and became the champions. Now, talking of City leading the Premier League, at this point, when City just take the lead, then it's over.
It's over.
It's over. When City takes lead at this point, it's over, because their fixtures, they don't have such a difficult schedule compared to their opponents.
But Liverpool have a lot of quality players. And remember the last game between Liverpool and City? They went draw. And remember the likes of Endo, McAllister, pocketed Kevin De Bruyne. Do you think Liverpool, without quality players, without injuries, they can win the Premier League?
When the players like Trent, Mo Salah, maybe Nunes, they stay fit all through the season, then we can talk of Liverpool maybe having the upper hand. Because when you compare that squad depth of Liverpool and Manchester City, or even Arsenal, Liverpool have a very squad mixed of very high profile players and maybe promising youngsters that when they are given that opportunity, they are always going there to show their best. And Liverpool, you can talk of their first team, like they played Chelsea with almost half of their first team injured, but they were still able to win the Carabao Cup. So their depth is really good.
Okay. And when you look at the fixtures, Liverpool have the easiest fixtures. And do you think they can drop points with that easiest fixture? Because most of people expect Liverpool to win because they have easiest fixtures.
The Premier League is unpredictable. That's what I can say. No one knew that Arsenal was going to lose to Brighton or maybe Bournemouth towards the end of the season. It can be the same story with Liverpool this season. They have very easy fixtures. When you see at their fixtures, maybe Manchester United there and maybe Tottenham. Those are only the serious, let me say, the difficult fixtures that they have at this moment. And I can say that let's not take that because they have the easiest features that they can win. The features are easy, but some of them are struggling to avoid relegation or to enter into top 10. So it's not going to be easy at all. It's still a fight till to the end.
Yeah, I see my director showing us our time's up, and maybe if we conclude,
Yeah.
do you think Arsenal are more or less likely to win the Premier League?
Arsenal, they have a chance this season.
Yes.
Last season they lost by a very, it was last minute,
And
which
they have a lot of injuries, the likes
Yeah,
of
and they-
Partey and Saliba.
yeah, and they had injuries last season. Most of that Saliba, it really costed them. But this time, I see most of their players are fit. And then the players whom were added there, you talk of Declan Rice,
Yes.
you talk of Kai Havertz, maybe Jorginho, and this defender from Ajax, Julian Timber,
Timber.
who is also injured. But when he comes back,
Yeah.
we expect to see a very, very different Arsenal. Arsenal have a chance, but I'm not going to say that they are going to win the Premier League. They have that chance, but I see City or Liverpool.
City or Liverpool?
Yeah.
Okay. For that, let's pick your top 3 finish. The one who will lift the Premier League,
Yeah.
second runners-up, and third, between City, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
Very tough, but I'll go for City to win the Premier League.
City to win the Premier League.
Yeah, and then Arsenal at number 2, Liverpool at number 3.
Oh, I think we could have said maybe from my point of view,
Yeah.
I'll go Arsenal to win the Premier League,
Yeah.
and then City second, then Liverpool third.
Not bad, but
Yeah.
for me, I see City because of their fixtures. They don't have such a difficult schedule. For the matches that are remaining, I don't see any serious schedule that can bring them problem. Maybe Aston Villa, of which I'm sure that City are going to win that match. And if you look at Arsenal,
Yeah.
this is when Arsenal might drop points, even if their fans have high expectations.
Yeah, they
That
have-
match against Manchester City, it will be it can be the turning point now, or
Yeah.
maybe that one, the London derby against Chelsea. They also have a London derby against Tottenham awaiting,
Mhm.
and then their biggest rivals, Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Very serious schedule for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks so much. Well, that's all for today. I thank you for tuning in, and I thank my very important guest for coming. And let's meet on next Friday, same time, same place. Thanks so much. Bye bye.